All right, so we have a John Deere D130. We went to go pick it up from a customer's house, and he was complaining that it doesn't drive, and the parking brake, oddly enough, doesn't work too. So as I was standing there and we're asking questions and trying to kind of figure things out, I was standing about right here from the mower, and I look down while we're having this conversation, and I look down and I see this. So what that is, if you don't know, is that is a little marking showing that there was a hole there that someone plugged. So I asked the customer, I was like, hey, did you by chance pull off one of these tires? And he was like, yes, I did actually. And I was like, well, did it happen to be shortly after that you were having these problems? And he's like, yes, it was actually. I was like, I already know what your problem is. So to show what's going on is, one, I can push this. It is in bypass. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of bypass because it's not necessary, clearly. I'll go ahead and put the brake on, and I can still push it and stuff. And so what's going on is you have a key on your transmission. You have one here and one over here. And he has the one in here over here because he didn't take it off, but he more than likely doesn't have the one over here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this, we're gonna go ahead and pull this tire. We're gonna make sure the wheel off, and we're gonna check to see if the key's there. And more than likely, I'm willing to bet the key's not there. So let's go ahead and jack this up and get that wheel removed. Oop. This way on my jack a little bit. And I can already tell this thing's moving really easy. So to get these plastics off, I like to use an angled pliers, and you just kind of get that little cup off and then stick it in this E-clip, kind of twist it to pop it off, and then pull this little washer off. And if I look at this axle compared to where the key is, yep, it is not there. So we're gonna slide this off and confirm it is not there. So there's no key in that spot. So we're gonna have to put a new key there. So I had to go out and get a key for this because I didn't have the right size. So basically stick the key into the slot, and then I usually put anti-seize on these shafts, because if you don't, I've seen these rust up, and it's extremely difficult to get these off when they do. And then make sure you line it up. There's a square piece here. Make sure you line that up. And then let me look in here. And I'm kind of just holding this key in place as I slide it. There we go. Now on this side, you take the washer, put it on there, the E-clip, stick it down like so. And I personally like the center part of the E down in that part of the slot. And then on these caps, you kind of have to get them in on one side and kind of pinch it and work it on. All right, so now that we got the key on, let's go ahead and test this. Now, it shouldn't move, or I mean, the brake, let's go ahead and put the brake on. Or actually it was on. So now it shouldn't move, and it's not moving. Unlike before, take the brake off, it'll move slowly. So brake wasn't working prior. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up real quick and make sure it's working. It's at a bypass. So basically, if you replace the tire and after replacing the tire, you can put everything back on and it doesn't move at all, I'm willing to bet 99% of the time it was that key. You accidentally dropped it in your lawn or in your yard or somewhere, and you just got to make sure you reinstall that. But anyway, this is all fixed in terms of the drive system. I got to do a full tune-up on it, and then after that, deliver it to the customer.